think the wideouts will be great. They talk about the O-lines will be great, but quarterbacks, no. McShay just said he doesn't see one going in the top 19.
So then is there going to be a run again? Because I think the over-under is on 3.5 for QBs in the first round or whatever. That's a pretty high number. High number.
And because of that, you might think like, hey, maybe Jimmy G gets moved then on draft night. Hey, maybe Baker Mayfield gets moved on draft night just because if guys don't, get the guy they want, then why wouldn't they now go after him?
Mr. Renan, I believe he's ESPN NFL Nation reporter for the Panthers, is stating that if Baker Mayfield was to go to the Carolina Panthers, it would not be on Thursday. It would probably come after then. I believe it was the exact quote. We have a tweet on it. I think Fox is trying to find it right now. No, the Panthers are not expected to trade for Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield it was from Rappaport. Prior to the first round of the NFL draft, sources say if they do it at all, Thursday has to play out first before any other options are considered. Carolina picks number 6. So that is potentially a piece of information that the Panthers want out because they want people still to think that they might take a quarterback so they can maybe get a good trade offer for number 6 overall, or whoever's at 7 can sweat a little bit. Or maybe they are taking quarterback to see which quarterback's left in case anybody trades ahead of them. We don't know what to believe and what not to believe. But Baker to Carolina was started by Rappaport almost. Even though Baker on the You Never Know podcast with just Mike said that ship has sailed or whatever. Now he's walking it back potentially. What does Rappaport know? We'll ask him in 5 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about that Baker situation real quick. There are a lot of phone calls that went into it and everything. Is Carolina doing this because they still want 6 to be valuable and make people think that they might take a quarterback if there's a quarterback there? Or is it because they're waiting to see if a quarterback is available and somebody else doesn't trade up ahead of them and steal their guy? They have a guy. They don't have a guy. Do they think Baker's still in play? What are your thoughts on the whole situation?
I think that...
I knew you said it all the fucking time.
Yeah. I don't say it.
Because when you said, I try not to say I think. In my head, I was like...
Yeah, definitely heard it.
I was running through, the amount of times I've heard you say I think, and I'm like,
yeah, okay. But I try not to say it. Look, I try not to curse also, but sometimes that happens.
Well, you're a very good person. You're a better person than us.
Well, that's probably true. No, so here's my sense of where Carolina is. They're considering a quarterback at 6. I don't know if they're going to take one, but they're considering one. Also a possibility, Scott Fitterer loves to trade back, just like John Schneider, his old mentor in Seattle, loves to trade back. Maybe they don't like a quarterback at 6. Maybe they like a quarterback at 16. Or something like that, and then so they don't take one at 6, so they take one in the first round. Now they don't need Baker. I think they need to see this play out, see if they come out of it with a quarterback, and see where they are before addressing the situation on Friday. If they end up with a quarterback and don't trade for Baker, this is going a long way. We're going to be talking about Baker Mayfield in July, which would be enough to make all of our heads explode, but also still interesting. And every time a quarterback gets injured, it's going to be is that team going to trade for Baker?
Oh, that's who Baker's going to become if something doesn't happen by draft. Do you think?
Yeah, he'll be the guy we all. And there's it's not a great place to be, but it's Baker and Garoppolo. It's every single time a quarterback gets hurt, it's who's trading for one of these guys.
Baker owed $18.5 million guaranteed, right?
Yep.
Jimmy owed $22 million.
22, but not guaranteed. Big difference.
What's guaranteed?
I'm not sure any. I don't know.
Jimmy's in a terrible spot.
Yeah.
Jimmy, come on, Jimmy.
I believe 1.4.
There you go. Yeah, that's not enough to make a difference, and that's not great because
Jimmy.
Let's just play this forward. Let's say the 49ers want to keep him and say, all right, you're competing with Trey Lance. Let's just say. Well, then what if they want to cut his salary, which would be not that cool, but crazier things happen. Maybe they need the space for a Bosa extension or something. He doesn't have great leverage because he doesn't have anything guaranteed. That's tough.
So the shoulder surgery happening going into his final year of his lame duck contract, basically. He's in his lame duck year, basically, of his contract that all sides assumed would be renegotiated if it all worked out well. And then they get into that year and it's it has worked out, but also... could it work out better? It could. That's kind of an anomaly of a situation, I feel like, Jimmy and San Fran. They win whenever he plays. When he doesn't, they don't. And it's still meh. I guess it's kind of Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, but much better, I guess, a higher degree.
Right, and also they traded a ton of picks. It's not like they just took a quarterback who happens to be good. They traded a boatload of picks to replace him, and then he led them deep into the playoffs. Like, it really is, like, there's not a lot of situations like this. And then the surgery basically meant he couldn't get traded for a very long time, so he's just sitting there.
When does this stuff become guaranteed? Is it all incentive based or is it date based?
It's neither. It's just paper money until they pay him on week 1. So.
So it is date based then. Week 1 it becomes fully guaranteed.
Yes.
If he's on the roster.
That's right.
If he's on the roster.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So week 1 is when Jimmy money, $22 million guaranteed. Right now, 1.75.
Okay.
Yeah, so his base salary for the year is 24.2. He's a 1.4 signing bonus, which I believe is the guaranteed amount, and then like a $750,000 roster and a $600,000 workout bonus.
All right, so he's at those OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He's at those OTAs.
Right.
The $600,000 OTA.
I'd have to see about that because he's not there now because he's working out on his own. So maybe they have some agreement about the workout bonus, but he's not there.
I need a Subway commercial. What's Subway commercial worth? 600,000. Am I Nona? All right.
Okay. Perfect.
She's going to say she doesn't cook though. Oh, I'm not going to workouts. Yeah, say it.